So Samsung caught some heat for making the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro look a lot like Apple's AirPods. And honestly, I was a bit disappointed too. I mean, why would Samsung, a brand with its own identity, lean so heavily on a design that screams Apple? But after using the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro for over a month, I've gotta admit, Samsung didn't just copy the AirPods design for the heck of it. There's a method to their madness, and you know what? It was worth it. This design actually fixes a lot of the issues people had with previous Samsung earbuds. So yeah, I'm calling it now. The Galaxy Buds 3 Pro are the best earbuds you can get today. But hold up, they're not perfect. There are a few things you should know before you decide to buy them. First off, if you don't want people constantly mistaking them for AirPods, go for the gray ones, not the white. The gray color looks totally different, and in the 40 days I've been using them, not a single person has mentioned they look like AirPods. In fact, they look better. The transparent lid and the blade lights actually give them a cool, unique look. Sure, the buds themselves are a bit plasticky, and I would have preferred a soft touch matte finish over the glassy look. But overall, I dig the design. Plus, the clear case has its perks. You can see if your buds are inside without even opening it. It's super handy if you're always on the move and want to make sure your buds are secure without flipping the case open all the time. This little tweak adds a level of convenience I didn't even know I needed until I had it. Now about the buds themselves, Samsung made these lighter and I definitely noticed the difference. Unlike the older models, the Buds 3 Pro doesn't sit as deep in your ear. Instead, the weight is spread throughout the stem, meaning less pressure on your ear. They're way more comfortable for long listening sessions, which is a huge win if you're like me and wear your earbuds for hours on end. Another big plus for me is how securely they fit. These buds sit flush in your ears and don't come loose no matter what activity you are doing. I had a terrible time with last year's buds. Every gym session, which usually lasts a couple of hours, I would be constantly adjusting them to the point where I hated taking them to the gym. And since I was always fiddling with them, I'd accidentally trigger the touch controls, which was so annoying that I ended up turning them off completely. But with the Buds 3 Pro, I had zero issues. Even during intense workouts, they stayed put. I might have adjusted them once during a 2-hour session, but I was really impressed with how well they stayed in place. This also means I don't have to turn off the touch controls anymore. Speaking of which, the new stem design makes the touch controls way better. They're more precise and easier to use than ever before. Whether you're skipping tracks, pausing music, or answering calls, the touch controls feel more intuitive and less prone to accidental taps. However, the design isn't perfect. If you're a side sleeper, these might not be your best friend. The buds form a bit of a triangle in your ears, which isn't an issue during regular use, but when you're lying on your side, it's like trying to balance a triangle on a flat surface. It just doesn't work. The pressure makes them uncomfortable, and they're more likely to get pushed out of your ear. So if you're planning to wear these to bed, you might want to rethink that. Next, I want to highlight something that's often overlooked: the Bluetooth pairing experience. The Buds 3 Pro come with a pairing button right on the case. Now, this might seem like a small detail, but it's a game changer if you're not fully invested in the Samsung ecosystem. It makes connecting to non-Samsung devices super easy. Whether you're using a laptop, tablet, or even an iPhone, you'll appreciate how simple it is to switch between devices. One of my favorite features has to be the advanced voice controls. Samsung's made it so you can control volume, playback, and more with just your voice, and the best part? No wake word needed. This feature works like a charm even in noisy environments. It's a big improvement over previous versions where voice commands could feel laggy or unresponsiveness. A minor gripe though is the limited blade light customization. Don't get me wrong, they look really cool, and they even have some practical purposes like helping you find your buds in the dark. But beyond the 3 lighting styles, there's not much room for personalization. Plus, they don't stay on all the time, which might actually be a good thing since not everyone wants lights flashing from their ears. But if you're into that, you'll need to pinch both stems to activate them. They'll stay lit until you put them back in the case. I think it would have been awesome if they had an option to show the battery level with these lights. It's a small detail but worth mentioning if you're someone who loves customizing every aspect of your tech. Alright, let's dive into the heart of the matter, the sound quality. Samsung has seriously stepped up its game here. I noticed the sound quality upgrade right away. Compared to the Buds 2, the Buds 3 Pro offers massive improvements in bass, mids, and treble. The sound profile is V-shaped, meaning both the bass and treble are boosted and distinct. You can really feel the bass line and drum kicks while still appreciating the vocal melody or guitar solo. I mean, I can distinctly hear and follow every note of the synth playing underneath other layers like vocals, drums, and strings, which I never noticed with previous Buds. Honestly, the Buds 3 Pro might be the best sounding earbuds out there, even better than the AirPods Pro. And if you're planning to use the Buds 3 Pro for work as well as play, you'll be happy to know that voice calls are handled brilliantly. Samsung's advanced voice tracking AI algorithms do a great job making you sound clear, natural, and with nice vocal depth during calls, whether it's a Zoom meeting or a regular phone call. What about the active noise cancellation? Well, it's more powerful, especially in the low frequency range. I was really impressed with how the Buds 3 Pro didn't just reduce the noise around me, but made me stop noticing them altogether. If ANC is a must for you, these buds won't let you down. The Samsung Wearable app also offers 2 additional modes, ambient and adaptive. Ambient mode lets in background noise at a moderate level, while adaptive is supposed to switch between ANC and ambient mode based on your surroundings. But honestly, in practice, these both seem to work the same way. Samsung hyped up the adaptive mode, but I found it more of a gimmick than a game changer. And about the ear tips ripping issues that delayed the product, my unit is from before the issue came to light, and I've had no problems with the ear tips. They come off easily, and Samsung has already fixed the problem, so there's nothing to worry about now. As for battery life, Samsung claims you can get 6 hours on a single charge and a total of 26 hours with the case with ANC turned on. With my usage, I found that to be pretty accurate. I was getting around 5.5 to 6 hours of battery life, which is almost an hour more than the Buds 2 Pro. By the way, there are some cool features hidden inside the settings. The one I liked was the neck stretch reminders. Once you turn it on, it helps you maintain good posture by reminding you to stretch if you've been hunched over for too long. Another feature worth mentioning is 360-degree audio recording. You can find it in your camera's advanced video options, and it basically makes the audio in your videos sound just as real when you recorded it. And then there's the Notify When Left Behind feature in the Wearable app. This one's super handy. It will alert you if you walk away and leave your buds outside their case. No more worrying about losing them. Finally, let's talk about the most improved feature, Find My Buds. If you've used the Buds 2 Pro or earlier, you know how frustrating it was to track them down when they went missing. Samsung has really stepped up here. While it's not perfect, the Find My feature is much better now. It even uses the SmartThings network and has a lost mode that locks the buds to your Samsung account. When you ping your buds, they light up, and yes, you can see this light even if they are inside the case. It's not quite at the level of Apple's ultra-wideband tech, but it's close enough to be genuinely useful. So where does that leave us? Well, the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro is a solid upgrade over the previous generation. The improved sound quality, better ANC, advanced voice controls, and overall comfort make them a compelling choice. Sure, there are a few minor drawbacks, like the finish not being soft touch matte and the discomfort if you are a side sleeper. But overall, these are still the best earbuds you can buy right now. Whether you are deep in the Samsung ecosystem or just looking for a high quality pair of wireless buds, the Buds 3 Pro should definitely be on your radar. As always, I'll put the purchase links down in the description below. If you're interested in getting one, know that Samsung is currently offering a free case along with enhanced trade-ins. Check the link in the description below. And here's my review of the Z Fold 6. Click right here and I'll see you there.